welcome back to the vlog. I haven't filmed in a couple weeks. It's been a crazy holiday season. I'm coming to you actually at home. I'm in my office, which used to be my shipping room for my business, but I moved out earlier this year in June. So I've been renovating it to sort of make it this inspirational space. But I'm doing some computer work this morning and then headed to the studio. I'm gonna show you guys the lip balm trays from the previous video. I'm gonna actually work on making my first batch of those, so we'll do that together. It is the Tuesday before Christmas, so all of my orders are pretty much shipped. I have one order to ship today that came through late last night. I've been trying to turn my orders around. I've been trying to turn my orders around in like less than 24 hours with it being the holidays and shipping and everything. So I've just been shipping quite a bit. I'm excited to have a little bit of a break from that. But this will probably be my last filming video of the year, which is crazy because I feel like it went by super duper fast. But the beauty of having some of this downtime now is that I can start to ramp up my production and get into a good spot. So my goal the next 2 months really is to just restock, and once we get to the studio, you'll see what I mean. I need to restock quite a bit, which I guess is a high class problem to have, but it also stresses me out because now that I'm working full time, I need to make sure I actually have product to sell. So we had a great holiday, but I want to start January off on the right foot, and I actually sold quite a bit last January, so we've got to get some more stuff made to make sure that we outsell our January again. So let's head to the studio together, and I am excited to spend the day with you guys again and get some new lip balms going. I'm super excited to start scaling my business, and I'm even more excited to take you along for the ride, and we can figure it out together. So let's go. Made it in. I did a little rearranging actually. Yesterday, my sister-in-law came in and she's been helping me a lot, but because it's the end of the season and I have nothing on the shelves and I haven't made anything yet, we came in yesterday and cleaned the entire studio top to bottom. It feels so good in here, and I bought a new shop vac, which I said to my husband, we were at Home Depot, and this sounds so stupid of me. Tell me if you agree. They need to make shop vacs that are not orange. I don't know why there's only orange and black ones available, but I wanted one that was like aesthetically pleasing for my studio, and he looked at me like I had 5 heads. So please, somebody out there, tell me if I'm crazy, but either way, I bought the orange and black one. But if you know anything about me, I'm so about being on brand with my business, even down to stupid things like that. Like if you haven't seen this yet, this is just a basic Black & Decker mini fridge, but I put this removable wallpaper on it so that it was pretty, and I have the pink Keurig. So this is my idea of like what I want my studio to look like, not so much these things over here. So if anyone has any say in stuff like this that's sold at Home Depot, women want pretty things too. If you think I'm crazy, that's totally fine. So I'm gonna ship that one order and then get going on the lip balms, but I did some rearranging like I said. So it's very open right here right now, and that's because I'm getting some of that serious equipment that I told you guys about. These, I need to figure out how to store them up off the floor. Normally I don't have that much stocked here. It's just candle wax and baking soda. Normally I have them all in bins like this, but I have been a little behind on making those. So I put the racks here that are gonna be right behind where I make everything. And for right now, that'll be good. The equipment isn't coming until, well, I just purchased it last weekend, and it's a 6 to 8 week lead time. So I'm thinking February. So I don't have to worry about it too much until then, but I just wanted to be prepared in case something happened and it was a little bit sooner and they just showed up one day with these huge pieces of machinery and I didn't have the space ready. So we're ready for when that happens. But anyway, gonna get to shipping that one order and then working on the lip balms. I need to scale up my recipe. Normally, let's say my total batch is 100. It makes 48 lip balms. This mold that I have, which I'll get it so you know what I'm talking about without tripping over the space heater. Ooh, I got these 2 new molds and I showed them in the last video, but oh boy, to scale this up, I basically just need to work on my recipe. And so this makes 250 when I was making 50 before. So I'm assuming I can just, what is that, multiply by 5 on the same recipe, and because I work in percentages, it should be fine. So we're gonna do 1. I have 2 molds. I don't know if I have enough lip balm tubes though. They've been on back order. I know I have enough to make 1 batch of 250, but I ordered them 2 months ago, and I actually just got an email this morning that they're back ordered until January 21st now, even though I ordered them back in October. So we're gonna work with it. I'm gonna make my best-selling scent or flavor, which is Boozy Brunch, and I've gotten some requests. It's just like a peach flavor, but people love it because of the name. So I have to restock that. I've been out of that for a while. I mean, I have to restock all of them, but I'm gonna pick that one first because it's my best seller. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, so I'm just like, blah, and just excited to share, be back in the studio making product again. So let's get to it. I almost said oven. It's in the water bath. And basically I'm doing this not knowing exactly how much the mold fills. So the way I'm thinking about it is my original molds did 48 lip balms. These, I've been saying 250, it's actually 225. So it's roughly 5 times the amount. However, these specific molds are called flood molds, and I'm gonna link a video down below to Ariane Arsenal. She is awesome. I've actually met her in person, and if you're a soap maker, you probably have heard of her already. I've learned a ton of stuff from her in the beginning, and she actually had a video a few years back on this specific mold. So I'm not gonna spend the time to just walk you through all of it because she already has an amazing video. So I'm gonna link that. You can go watch it if you wanna get more information on the mold specifically and how it all works. But for my specific recipe, I'm going to attempt the first time to do 5 times the amount, so scaling it up to 5 times. And I don't know yet if it's gonna be enough to flood the whole thing, so we'll figure that out together. But filling the mold was pretty simple. I ended up sending my own lip balm tubes that I've been using, which are just regular lip balm tubes, but they make the molds custom, so there's a really nice snug fit, which I think is great because the one I've been using right now is a silicone mold, which is very flimsy. So filling those took a little bit of time, but again, we're making 225. So I'm just gonna wait for my oils to melt down and fill the second mold. And by the time I do that, it should probably be ready for us to fill it. And I have enough lip balm tubes to do both molds. So we're gonna make, what is 225 times 2? 450? 450? So yeah, amazing. Normally this time it would take me that much time to make like 100 or 150. So I'm super excited. we've filled these. The 6 batches multiplied by my normal batch size worked out well, except for I have a lot of excess. I don't know if you can even see it. It's very cloudy in there. This, to me, eyeballing it, looks like almost a full batch. So I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit. I don't love the excess. It really does bother me because I guess I could remelt it down and pour it into the smaller molds that I had been using, but that kind of defeats the purpose of having the mold. So I might have to just like rework the price with it and see. I had much less excess in the first batch when I did the 5 because I did 5 and it lasted and I had to like re-scrape it twice. So I'm just gonna have to figure out if it's worth it to spend the time with less waste at the end, or if it's more efficient to do it this way. I don't really know yet. I'm gonna have to think on it. If you have any ideas, let me know. But this one's been sitting here for probably about 30-45 minutes. So I think it's time to unmold and cap these. And then by the time we do that, this one should be ready. So I'm excited, but it definitely took me a little bit longer today to figure out how to scale this up. But I do think now that I've got the batch sizes down, once I like actually think about it, it will be much better for me. Normally it would take probably an hour to make 100 of them, 2 hours to make 200, and I made 450 today in about 2.5 hours. The only thing I'm waiting on is to figure out how to clean the molds. I'm thinking I need to go get like one of those little bristle brush cleaner things for like glass straws or something. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. The water here is super hot, which is great, but I need something that's gonna like scrub away because lip balms are super duper oily. So anyway, let's get to capping these because I have to go home and walk Lucy before the sun goes down, and it's, like I said, the shortest day of the year, so I need to make sure I have plenty of time to do that. What do you think? Do you want to go for a walk? Yeah? I am back home and I got a really exciting package in the mail. So I don't know if you know, if you are into Bath and Body products and you create them, you might know this already, but a lot of the big companies that you get bottles and different things, containers, jars, whatever from, you can order samples, and most of the time they're free, if not like super duper cheap. So I actually came home to a few samples for some new products that I am working on for next year, and it's really great because it's affordable. It's an affordable way to compare a couple different companies, but I got some new glass bottles with some treatment pumps. I'm not sure I love this one, the way it looks. So I have a few more coming, but then I also got a few roll-on bottles, which I'm looking at doing. It's not put together because you have to like put the stuff in here, obviously, but I'm looking at doing maybe some roll-on perfumes that are a little bit more natural with like jojoba oil, avocado oil, just really nourishing things instead of perfume. And that has come from my customers. So I have a lot of fragrances that I get asked quite a bit, especially this time of year, if I do perfumes and if I could ever put certain things. Like I have one called Blush and Peony, which is probably one of my most popular scents, and I get asked all the time to make it a perfume. So I'm trying to jot down every time somebody asks for something. I don't do it right off the bat, but if I get enough requests for it, then I find it to be something I should probably look into. So I'm working on that, which is super exciting. 2022 is a huge year for me. I can just feel it, and I'm excited to share the experience with you guys. I do have quite a few videos planned for the beginning of the year that involve planning your business. So being strategic from an analysis perspective, building your sales, projecting your sales, spotting trends, like so much. It's like so much going on in here, and I just can't wait to share it with you guys. But for today, I'm gonna wrap up, and it's a girls' night. Lucy and I are home tonight. My husband is working, so I feel like I'm in the mood for a glass of wine and a Christmas movie because we only have a few more days left, and a nice little healthy dinner, and I will see you guys in the next video.